Limpopo police are continuing with their investigations into the kidnapping of the Moti brothers. This was in October last year, you'll remember. They hope that the family will have a change of heart and start opening up about the matter. This comes after reports that the boy's father, that's the businessman Nazim Moti, interdicted the police from interviewing his 4 sons. Joining me now is Nastasja Otrebski. She is from the Burger Heiser Attorney's Criminal Law Head. Nastasja, thank you very much for your time. Anyone who has, I think, read this particular story, I caught up with it this morning, and the sentiment is that any parent would want to protect their children as much as possible after such an ordeal. 3 weeks not being at home, you are in an unfamiliar surrounding, you're a child. Once you have been reunited with your parents, I don't think that the Moti family is wrong by doing what they are doing, which is to protect their children. But could they be opening themselves up to the law by the action that they have taken, because the understanding is that they're not even in South Africa, the children?
So basically, these are now, again, speculations. Technically speaking, they haven't done anything wrong. They're not suspects currently. They're not facing any criminal charges. Yes, you know, as a parent, you want to protect your child, and you also have the right, because you are a legal guardian to that child, you obviously have the right to decide what your child can go and if he can go to court. But then again, the court also, or if the state wants to go ahead and proceed with these charges or with the investigations, they're entitled to do so. And the court will also have to decide, or the state actually, will then need to decide whether these children are competent witnesses and whether they can testify. So yes, investigations can continue without the witnesses, but you know, it's going to be very difficult for the state to prove beyond reasonable doubt if they don't have witnesses that are willing to cooperate with them. So currently speaking, they haven't done anything wrong. It's just a matter of, you know, whether the state is actually going to have a strong case to proceed with this case, and whether they've got, you know, it's a very difficult thing to actually go into, because we don't actually know where or what the state is doing and whether we even have suspects currently. So, you know, they don't have to go ahead and say, let's proceed with this.
Listening to what some forensic experts are saying, and that is that the police have every tool at their disposal, including things like cell phones, for example, to try and trace the whereabouts of these boys at the time that they were held. Isn't that part of what the police should have started doing, I want to think? Because you make a point, you make a good point, that the children or the parents as guardians, they've done nothing wrong with wanting to protect their children.
Correct. Look, with the investigation side, you know, each person or each investigating officer has their own style of how they want to investigate the matter. But like I said, without your witnesses being there, your victims, sorry, we call them witnesses, but your victims willing to testify or to participate, it's going to be very difficult. So, you know, the investigating officers can go and decide how they want to investigate it and to try and get them to participate. But, you know, again, these are speculations. You know, we don't know what the investigators are currently investigating or where have they even started.
Someone else also making the point that what if this family, the Moti family, could have staged this? Might this be an avenue for law enforcement to look into, given their latest actions, which is to take the children outside of the country? Is that something that is an option for the criminal authorities in South Africa to possibly look into?
Well, you got to, as an investigating officer, you need to understand as to why. Why have they relocated? What was their intentions? And, they could just tell your prosecutors or your state prosecutors, your investigating officers, why they don't want to deal with this matter. And it might be because these children were traumatized. And then it will be up to them to decide whether there's a meaning or if there's anything behind this as well, a darker hidden door or what, but currently, no, they haven't done anything wrong. So it's difficult for us to say it. It's difficult for us to come to a conclusion and to understand why they've relocated, and they've done nothing wrong here. And that's just currently where we're sitting.
Yeah. All right. Nastasja Otrebski, thank you very much for your trying to